boy, has he gone full circle. They say goodbye, Kelly team, which means let's fly in Russian. Let's go, Bill. $100,000 just went to the wayside. But Bill Fent, he spent 40 years as an Air Force fighter pilot and a guard pilot, and this was his adversary. I'd love to have gone back 30 years ago and looked at him in the intelligence room and said, guess what? You know that aircraft you're trying to take out of the sky? One day you're going to own one. Much less fly one at air shows. I think you would have looked at me like I had green blood. Bill's got more time in a MiG-17 than any American pilot. I gotta tell you, this thing, Disneyland lost a lot of revenue when he got this aircraft. We can't get him out of it. And if it didn't run out of fuel, we never would. You see him after for you guys, he'd be out of fuel in 10 minutes. That's it. The Russians were purposely make sure they didn't have a whole lot of fuel capacity so somebody would protect them. You have to be married, so hopefully you like your wife. So you want to come home. And this is the Russians' first supersonic jet aircraft. The smoke you're seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, are smoke generators. Believe it or not, they're working more than the aircraft. And we put them underneath there on purpose. That's where they did some air-to-ground bombs. They couldn't do up to 500-pound bombs, but we do that for the air show during the day. And then, Bill, at night, I don't know if you guys saw a UFO last night, Bill does the only jet fighter night aerobatic pyrotechnic act in the entire world. And just where you see the smoke, he's got fireworks coming out of it. It is just unbelievable. Roll it over. She looks graceful. But I gotta tell you, she's a real fight machine. The aircraft is powered by what they call a DK-1F Lumog. It's basically like an overgrown garbage disposal. It's like something low. Throw Red Bull cans in there. That's what we do every night, just to get rid of them. So if you have any extra, just bring them up front here. I'll get them down. They built over 10,000 of these little guys, and they're still using them as a frontline fighter today in North Korea and some other third world countries. But just like a Timex launch, you guys, they don't break. Maybe he's going to show us the belly here. There we go. I'm just bringing the ball and sun underneath the wings. It's a big deal, guys. The F-100 Super Sabre, in its day, it was like the technology of the F-16 over here. That was the aircraft. And again, he came to an air show, he knew he wanted to be a fighter pilot, and he did it. He went full circle, you guys. Fighter pilot, 320 combat missions in Vietnam in 1 year. He was pushing people out of the way so he could fly. Then he was an airline pilot. He was a test pilot, guard pilot, as you know, Bluebird pilot, owned his own fleet of airplanes. And I got to tell you, he said, this is it. I'm not going to fly anything else. This Big 17 is all I need. You know, they say Red Bull gives you wings, and I got to tell you, Bill, that's a good way of showing that to us. Blew up on him on a test stop, believe it or not. Right about there, he's up in the air. The darn thing blew up. 40-foot plane coming out the back. He was able to land it, still flew, and he broke the world's record for a 52-year-old man in a 100-yard dash, believe it or not. It's in a museum in McMinnville, Oregon. It's unbelievable. These things are like a tank with a set of wings. The kill ratio in Vietnam, the MiG-15 was the predecessor to the MiG-17, and I gotta tell you, it was 10 to 1 our favor. Yeah, number one. That's why we couldn't figure it out, and that's why the Top Gun movie came out. It was really cool. There's cannons on the nose, 3 cannons, 2 23 millimeters, 1 37 millimeter, and we built our fighters without cannons, without bubble canopies, and we learned our lesson. So they went ahead and redesigned like the F-16s, the F-18s, and the F-15 with the bubble with the cannons. Just like our Air Force Thunderbirds, the Soviet team has a fleet of Presto A's, which are without afterburner, and they're red on top, silver on bottom, and they do shows just like our Thunderbirds over there do. They'll learn to fly at the age of 13. Most kids are out with their bicycle or trying to get a Chevy. There's Bill trying to get out there and fly an airplane. The difference between flying the F-15 and the 16 out there, we get like 60 hours of flying for 1 hour of maintenance, and I think they flipped that. What do you guys get? 1 hour flying for 60 hours of maintenance? You a little jealous? You know, if we didn't run out of fuel, I don't think Bill would ever get out of this airplane. Anybody seen how they spell MiG? Capital M, little I, big G. I always thought it was a misprint, but it really stands for Mikoyan and Gurovich, which are the designers of MiG. And I don't think this is what these guys had in mind. I really don't think that's what they thought they would see. So MiG-17 in front of an American crowd.
I think you told me from Germany.
Hi. You notice we're not talking to Bill? There's some horrible places going on there. He is pulling H-9Gs. And he is wearing a G-suit. But ladies, no air conditioning, no bathroom in that place. This maneuver he's about to set up for is his favorite one. It's the reason for him to come out here and do this. He's going to bring it right down on the deck. Hopefully he had his Red Bull so he's feeling sharp. Courage in the can, I call that. Bring it right down on the deck. Then he's going to pull it vertical. In 3 seconds he should be at 12,000 feet right now. Bill pulled 9 Gs. He was all proud of himself. And the next morning, when he got up out of the hotel, he was crawling into that airplane. About 40 countries use this aircraft. I'm telling you, it was one of the better ones they've done. Cuba, Czechoslovakia, Poland. This one's a Polish LIM-5, by the way. China. Mongolia, Syria, they're all over. What? Guess what, guys? This is Bill's retirement. Any of you guys trying to retire out there, forget it. Can you imagine this? This is his retirement. Bill lives in Beverly Hills, California, so we hop like frogs all the way out here. He's only got like an hour and 10 minutes of fuel. We have to stop and get more fuel. Nitrogen for the brake system. Now we got a dirty pass, flats down, gear down, speed brakes out. So Bill. He's out there pulling all those G's. Do you like this?